Oh, hello everyone. So I was going to do a quick update to the Sky Combat game before going to bed. This game that I've been working on in the Godot engine. So I did some research the other night. Didn't do like any work on the game, but I did look into some things, and I found out that you can actually import model animations if you use the Collada format. And the trick is you can't import a Collada model using like the standard import mesh. You have to import it as a scene. So you use scene. So knowing that, I think I can now use my Cell Fracture plugin to show these guys like blowing up and things like that. So that's what I want to do here. I think I should be able to do this fairly quickly. Let's go ahead and open up my game. There's my little ship with the exhaust particle system. It's kind of weird that it looks like that way, but whenever you're looking downward, needs to have like always billboarded facing the camera, which I guess that's what it's doing, but it just doesn't look right. Okay, so let's see if this will work. Blender. So I want to open up one of my enemies. Open recent enemy. Oh, I already had an enemy, one explode. Oh, so did I render this? This may be one with like 100 pieces. I don't think I really want 100 pieces, but this is what it looks like. Let's go back to the beginning. There he is exploding. Yeah, I don't need that many pieces. File, open, enemy 01. I'm going to go ahead and file, save as, enemy 01 explode. And I think I'm getting better, but I'm still not great at using the Cell Fracture. So what I want to do here is I want to turn on the texture. And also, like, I don't like how it's always so dark, so just do shadeless. So there's my guy right there. So there he is, centered at the center, 0, 0, 0. So it's over. It's always hard to find. It's under tools, I think. No. Create. Oh, I gotta be in object mode. It's always tricky. Tools, Cell Fracture. So I think it's this source limit. Let's do 20. I don't need this bogged down and everything. So I think 20 should be good. And yeah, I think that should be good. Okay. I wish there was a way to tell it how to UV map the internal pieces, the inside pieces. I'm going to delete that. So there it is. So I want to select all. And then I can do M and move back to the first layer, go back to the first layer. So this is the tricky part right here. So I want to select the piece, then I go to physics, and wow, this is the confusing part. Add active, and then I want to go over to physics over here. And you come down over here and you add collision margin. And I think you increase this up to like 0.1, I think. So now let's play this. Oh, okay, so that's just one piece. Let's go back. So now I think we select all. And apply transformation, maybe? No, that's not right. Copy from active. Oh, there we go. So you can see there the insides are like really... I want a bigger explosion too. So, okay, I think I got this. Select one. and increase the margin to like 0.5. Select all. Copy from active. Oh, I didn't set that one as active. So you select one, add active, the margin's good, select all, copy from active. So I think now all of these should be 0.5. Let's play it. There we go. That's a good exploit. That might be a little bit too much, actually. That's a little bit way too much. Okay. So go back here. Let's just test. I want to do, let's say 0.2. And all these others are 0.5. So if I select one here, copy from active, it's still 0.5. That one's still 0.2. So I want to put add active. Copy from active. It's still 0.5. Okay, so add active, 0.2, select all. How do you know which one's active? All, copy from active. So now they're all 0.2. Okay, that's a pretty good explosion. So in Blender, like these unmapped internal faces will show up as white, which I guess I could go in here and for all those pieces, I can manually texture map them, but that doesn't seem very efficient. Seems like there should be some way in the, that's something I can look into. See if there's a way with the self-fracture plugin to tell it how to map all the internal faces to the UV layout. I mean, I guess I could try to like select internally, but that's going to be a pain. I'm not worried about it right now, but you may see like part of an eye on the inside, which will be really weird. But anyway, save. So now I'm going to export, and here's the new part. I'm going to do Collada DAE. So enemy 01 explode DAE, export Collada. Okay, so now it should have the animation data with it. I think it may already have a scene for explosion. Nope, not yet. Import scene. I think this is right. Source. Models. Explode DAE. Open. Root node. ME01 explode. Source scene. Okay, that's good. Target. Scenes. Go ahead and do enemy 01 explode. So you can see here import animations is clicked. Remove nodes. I'm really not sure what a lot of this means. Create billboards. Why? Yeah, a lot of stuff I don't know what it means. Oh no. Target path must exist. Huh. That must exist. Let's see. Oh, path, not file name. Okay. Imported and open. Okay, there we go. Oh, noes. Okay. I think this is okay. So I got all my pieces. I don't like that it has another camera in here. I think I can go ahead and delete the camera. Oh, it must be pulling the camera in as well from... I think I read that in the tutorial I was looking at. It will actually pull the camera in if you had a camera defined in Blender. So is there a way to select all pieces? Can I show? Oh, there we go. So I want all pieces. Mesh. Material override, new material, edit, diffuse, load, textures. Oh, where's it at? Is it under sprites? Enemy PNG. I don't think that's the right one, is it? Maybe it is. Whoa, look at that. Well, that looks right. The front looks right, but the top doesn't. I don't think that's the right. Clear. Load. Models. Oh, here he is. Enemy texture. There we go. Now he's looking right. I wish I could add a little bit more ambient light, but it's okay. What happens if I click on animation? Animation player. Animation player. Is there a play button? Stop. Okay. So I think each cell has its own animation. Stop. Play. Oh no! I don't see the animation for this guy. Animation player. Play, stop. Maybe you have to manually save an animation. Okay, that's unfortunate. I know I got animations working for the jet. But I don't remember having to like explicitly save. Maybe I did have to explicitly save. Yeah, I did. Okay. So I got 20 pieces, but I think each piece will have its. Oh, this is going to be ugly. Animation. Texture. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be pretty. That's pretty. Let's end this. Where does it end? Oh, wow. Let's end it at 60. But now, can I edit action editor? New. Okay. This may be a problem. Animation. So I've got, each piece has animation. Obviously. File, save. So I can get rid of lamp. Camera. I don't know if this is going to work. This is going to look cruddy if I just do an eye right here. Lock, rotation, scale, or lock, location, and rotation. This isn't the right way. I think this will let you mess it up. Maybe. Well, it's still sort of exploding. Yeah, so for each sphere cell, it has an action. Oh, maybe I didn't save animation. Export animation. Clauda. Thought there was a space where you can check. Maybe that is just for OBJ files. Yeah, there's my jet that I did. Export Clauda. Okay. Select an animation player. There they are. But that might be the one that I defined. The cruddy one that I defined. I don't know. It's not moving. Yeah, it's not moving. But it does have all the sphere cells. It is interesting. Default. These are not moving. So it's like if I go scene, open. Forgot where I put it. Raw? No. Models. Scripts? No. Model. Maybe I just didn't save it. Oh, there's jet. Wait. Jets. Okay. Models. Jet. There's the jet with the animation. Animation player. Yeah, so there he is turning left and right. So I actually animated that in Blender. Animation player. Because I think if I take out the sphere cell action. Okay, let's go ahead and revert. Okay. So now I have no animations. Oh, well, I have action. I always get confused about the difference between like dope sheet and action. I think action editor is what you're supposed to use for animation. Okay. File, save, file, export, Collada, enemy explode. Oh, it's split now. I wonder if that's just because that's where I saved it in the animation. So yeah, I can select all these. Material, new, edit, diffuse, load, use my texture. So it actually did a pretty good job. Well, no. I can see like weird stuff on the inside. So that's where I can't define how the insides are texture mapped. So that's something I need to look up. So hopefully somebody's done a tutorial about that. Okay, so here's what I want to do. Animation player. I have no animations on this. Yeah, so that's the only reason why it's busted up like that. It's because that's how I saved it. So, yeah, I'm kind of at a loss now. I don't know how to save this animation. I need this animation to be a animation that's in the action editor. So yeah, let me do a search. Blender animation to action editor. So it's almost like it's treating each. Maybe I need to combine all these. So I think this is treating all these as separate objects. So I need to turn off. Whoa. Where's the Is that only in? Yeah, it's only in edit mode. I need to select everything right here, but that's only. Does that get everything? Gee, okay, that gets everything. So I need to join, I think. Join. So now I have one object with a whoa, look at that. I need to go to faces. Yeah, so I don't know if does the animation still work? Just want this object. That's what I really need is animation. Wow. I don't know why it doesn't show a activated deal right there. Object, apply. Location. Okay. So if I play, the whole thing's just going to drop down, which is not really what I wanted. I need all the. I can revert it. File. Revert. Oops. Revert. Yeah, I don't know how it's storing this animation. There's the mesh. Mesh. I was about to say I could just have it like tell each piece to go outward in a certain direction. What is this? There's an animation on Sphere Cell 12. Why is Sphere Cell 12 the only one that has animation? And it does have an action. That's interesting. None of the other cells have animation. Maybe because that was the one that was selected when I started. Oh, here's another one. Animation. Stop. Action. Action editor. See, I don't know anything about these drivers and F curves and all that nonsense. Yeah, so now these are all their own pieces. Wonder if there's any options in Cell Fracture to like generate animations. Oh, here's animation keyframes, insert, remove, calculate. Can bake an action. Calculate. I want to do 60 frames. Oh, look at that. That's pretty cool. Bake action. It's only selected. Okay. Is it baking? Bake action. Okay. File. Export. Collada. Models. Enemy O1 explode. can see the multiple animation. No. Animation player. I thought we had something here. I see 2 dots. I have Sphere Cell 7. Sphere Cell 7. But it isn't like this one isn't even playing or anything. Sphere Cell. Okay, yeah. I don't know. This may be a losing attempt here. I mean, you can move the pieces out. But the pieces don't have animation data. That's the problem. I thought it looks like we're getting animation right here. Animation sphere, but it's only getting Sphere Cell 07. So I'm wondering in Blender, do these now show up as animations? It's only doing Sphere Cell 7. Bake. Why is it only doing Sphere Cell 7? Action 1. Play. Well, that's pretty cool how they follow their little paths right there. But I just want one animation for all the pieces. Oh boy. I still only see just a few of these that well, animation. It's like every other one has animation. Or maybe just a couple of them do. Oh, there's a one. That's interesting. Only selected. I wish it would actually say what these things are. Particles, physics, render, animation. Yeah, this is starting to become frustrating. Action 3. So what is this? Let's get Sphere Cell 6. Default. Insert. No. It also bugs me that there's like nothing that says, oh, go, action, bake action. Okay. So did that just add an action for that? Animation, Sphere Cell 6. Action 4. Yeah, there's no way I'm going through like piece by piece and doing 20 of those. Forget that. Maybe that's what those ones are, the ones that actually have the animation baked in. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do this in Unity without all the headache. Let's give that a try. File, export Collada. Can Unity use Collada? This would be a good test. Test explode. Is there a way to turn Blender simulations to animation? Nobody's replied. That can be exported to Unity. There's a video. There's one for Unity 4. File, wait. ELD Smith, projects, Sky Combat, assets, models, and what was it? Enemy 01, explode. .dae. Go ahead and create folder models. I wonder if it'll do a DAE. Maybe that's the new format I should start using for Unity. Always like my stuff arranged this way. Project and hierarchy. Close. So can I pull my model? There's my model. Why didn't it? They didn't take the material, but that's okay. You would think it would save the material. Animation, UV editing, image. I think there's an option to save with. Pack image. Pack as PNG. File, save, file, export, Collada. Enemy 01, export. Didn't re-import. Enemy 01. Explode DAE. Still didn't pack in my image. Wonder if I gotta select it like that. Oh well. Where's my model? I'm going to put this guy at 0, 0, 0. Looks kind of oddly shaped. Yeah, I've missed my 3D controls. I don't know how to like do 3D controls, navigation in Godot engine. Textures? No. models. Maybe it just puts it in the same directory. Maybe it makes a no. Shit. Enemy 01. Where's the textures? Oh, there. Oh, texture enemy 01. Okay, there we go. See if I can just drag it in right there. I don't think that worked. Assets, create, folder, textures, texture enemy 01. I want to drag this onto him. I can't do that. Wow. Is this the one where I have to do it separately for every single one? This is ridiculous. So I just need to change the shader. But they all don't have a shader yet. Why can't I apply materials to all of these? Oh, wait. Look at that. So can I... Yeah, here we go. Element 0, texture enemy. There we go. So I should have a face. Yeah, there we go. So this is in Blender. Now, where's the animation data? How do I play the animation? Maybe I can't do it. I know I did this for my Ludum Dare game. Let me think. Models. Enemy 01. Oh, here we go. Animations. Here's the display down here. Take one. Play. Wow. It really lit up the back. So maybe I gotta do legacy. Animation type. Legacy. Apply. Animations. No! Wow. Enemy 01. Animations. Import animation rig. Legacy. Goes from 1 to 75. It may be because I did this as a Collada model. Maybe Collada doesn't support that type of animation. So let's go back into Blender. And I also kind of messed it up with all this gunk. Animation. Play. That's good. File. Save. So now I've saved it as Enemy 01 Explode. Models. So I should name this like Enemy 1 Explode Collada. And I'm gonna Enemy 1 Explode Blend. I don't want to drag it on top of that one. Just want to put it in models. So here's Enemy 01 Collada, Enemy 01 Explode Blend. So yeah, you see that one explodes correctly. Why is the painting all weird? Is that because of my new graphics card or something? And I didn't even change the rig type. Generic. Animations. Default take. Okay, so I'm gonna Grab my enemy. That's Collada. This is enemy 01. Pull him over here. See, he automatically like imports fine, which I know I've always heard that there's like an FBX converter running in the background. Oh, maybe I need to whoa, I need to fix the camera too. There's both of them. So let me grab the camera, game object, move to view, game object, align with view. Play this. Okay, I think it's just because I didn't start the animation. Explode. So it's like each cell has its own animation, I believe. So I need to add an animation here. Oh, animate tour. Apply root motion, maybe? No. Add animation. Animation. I think it's default take. Yeah. Just call it enemy explode anim apply. I don't want it to loop. No, default clip cannot be found in attached animations list. Wow. Why is this? Okay, so let's save, file, open, projects. It's amazing that I figured this out for a game jam, but I can't figure it out now. Game. Okay. No. Yes. Just want to open it in that project. Close this. Okay, forget it. Close that. Unity. I hate it when it takes like a scene from another project and tries to open in another project and a project, and it gets really messed up. Where's my world fighter? Open projects. World fighter. Wow. I developed that like, when was the last Ludum Dare? Was it May, April, late April? And my version of Unity is already out of date. So yeah, I don't know about my animations in Godot. This may be a loser here. I wish there was a way to move these without having to use the bars. I guess I could define my own animation, but that's going to look pretty cruddy. Like animation player. What is this? This is Sphere Cell 7. Stop. Go back. Play. So sphere cell 7. Is there a way to save that? Save as. What is a TRES file? I'm gonna create a new folder called animations. Okay. Just go back. So it's just going to snap? No, it didn't even save the position there. That's unfortunate. I thought I'd be able to... How do I lock in this keyframe? Do the pluses do anything? Animation. How do I set a keyframe? Maybe it's that one. Oh, there we go. Okay. But it doesn't do the blending. It doesn't save the new position of the keyframe. It just snaps automatically back. Okay, let's do a different cell. Sphere cell 8. Oh, but it's not listed under here. Save. Oh boy. I don't know what I'm doing. Key. Transition. How do I add a new thing for this piece? Well, that's interesting. Oh, man. Add normal track. How do I associate this with a piece? How do I insert a keyframe? I'm confused. Is there like an animation? I guess this is it. Yeah. This may be a loser night tonight. I'm not getting anything done. I can't even figure out how I did my old way. I don't understand these pluses. Why does that thing pop up sometimes and sometimes it doesn't? If I could just get one piece animated, I'd be happy. Material, mesh. What if I press play here? I think it's going to scream because I don't have a camera. Well, maybe I do have a camera. Oh no, I don't need that. I want the one for this scene. Well, at least it remembered that this one's been pulled out. So you had to set the material. I guess you just grab all these. Material override, new material, edit, diffuse, load, texture enemy. So yeah, there you can see where the texture mapping gets all hosed up. So yeah, there he is. But he's not animating. I could add like armature bones for every piece. That probably wouldn't be a good way to do it. Why is this so difficult? Okay, so here's my World Fighter game. Scenes, game. It's probably in prefabs. Player. Player explode. Game. Why can't I pull that into the game? Oh no, scene. There's the busted up player. Here's all the cells. Player explode. Animation default take. Animations 1 default take. So each of the pieces don't have animators. It's only on the main piece. Actually, I can do a file, new scene, don't save. Drag in the player explosion. Move the camera up. Game object. Move to view. Align to view. Play. Let's call it test. See, there he goes. He's animated. That's interesting. That's because I have this this guy. I don't know why I put the reload on the explosion. It was a 48-hour game jam, so it isn't always pretty. So what I want to know is, can I put my other model in? Here's my new one. I just want to see it explode. I don't care if it's textured or not. It's not exploding. Why? Default take, default take. Do I really have to add animator, animation? And there may be something in the animation. Play automatically. Oh man, there's so many freaking default takes. At least it says right there which one it's coming from. Animations. Animations 1. Animations 1. Default take. So this should definitely work. Because this is just another Blender model. Always animate, play automatically. Oh, I bet I need to set this. No, go away. Go away. Yeah, go away. Let me do legacy. Oh, wait. Let me check this one. Player. Where? There's idle punch. Player. Oh, there's player explode right there. Yeah, it needs to be set to legacy. Animations. Okay, I can do that. Enemy 01. Enemy 01. So if I play... Oh, look, it's exploding right there. Maybe it's because I did that baking stuff. I don't know. It was set to legacy though. Animations default. Wonder if I have to instantiate that again. Oh, there it goes. Now it's exploding. So yeah. It has to be set to legacy. Now what if I go back and remove the animation? Okay, it doesn't need the animation. But that's Unity. I wanted to get this working in the Godot. That was my whole test. Actually, I never did test the Collada. But yeah, I mean, I got the pieces here. I just don't have the animations, which is sort of disappointing. There isn't any way to like specify legacy, I don't think. Maybe I need to import this guy again. I don't know. Explode. Is there a re-import? Re-import. Let's try this again. Import. Scene. So we got enemy won't explode. DAE. Import animations. Boy, I don't know. All right. Close filter. Import open. Oh, so that time it actually pulled in the texture information, which is good. Did it import the animation? No, it only imports these like 3. And it doesn't work. I don't know what to do for this. What is this? Outliner. Where was outliner? Oh, there it is. I don't understand why each piece doesn't have its own animator if there's not one animator controlling them all. And I don't understand why. Whoa. Why it doesn't create an animation in the action editor. I mean, do something wrong by doing that baking stuff. Animation. I can remove keyframes. I like how it shows like little dots for each. So I guess it's like creating a keyframe for each one of these little dots. I guess the way to do the texturing for this is to select everything, then apply like the generic texture, then just select the outside faces, then do the face texture after. Location rotation. Yeah, I just want to have keyframes. Will this automatically add keyframes for everything? Layered. Animation. Yeah, I really don't want to have to go like 0.0, select all, insert, second frame. I could do that if I knew it actually worked. It's kind of a pain. I mean, if we're just doing 30, that wouldn't be too bad. Let's see if this works. File, save, file, export, collada, enemy one, explode, export. Yeah, that really looks... Uh-oh, look at that, look at that. Wow, it's like export in re-imports each individual. I think that's what it's doing. You know, if this works, I'll be happy to call it a night. Then come back to this maybe tomorrow or over the weekend. But I think what this is doing, I think it's going through each of the little objects there. And hopefully getting the animation data. That's not like the optimal way to generate animation, like having to go through every frame and insert a keyframe. A better way would be for it to like do the interpolation between the points, but maybe it isn't smart enough because it's using this physics. I don't know what you call that. A physics simulation. So since the animation is done through physics, instead of like a standard, like move the arm from this point to this point, like a standard translation, rotation, or scale, then maybe a keyframe does have to be defined for every position. But yeah, I don't know if this is stuck in a loop. Seems like it's done 20 by now, which I only have 20 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. Unless it's trying to do an import for every frame of every piece, that would be like 60 or 30 times 20, which would be 60. But I think we've been through 60 of these already. So I don't know how to make this stop. It's like stop. There's my jet. So quit importing. No. Yes, quit, 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 quit. Wow. I don't know what it was doing there. It like got stuck in a loop. I'll try to re-import the Collada model again and then see if it still does that. So Sky Combat. I think I want to go ahead and delete. Scene, open. Enemy won't explode. Can I delete it here? Okay, I guess I'll just delete it in over here. Scenes. Enemy won't explode. Delete. I wonder if it dynamically updates. Yeah, it does dynamically update that right there. It's kind of impressive. So I'm going to do import, scene, source scene. I'm going to go to my models. Enemy won't explode. Target path is going to be, go ahead and do scenes. Want to import animations. I really need to read into these other settings sometime, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Import and open. Okay. Now this time it didn't get the texture information. Animation. Well, oh, hey, look at that. Well, we got a thing in here for every... Uh-oh, that's a good sign. No! Why don't you animate? Well, I thought we had something going there because it showed all the pieces exploded, but then when I pressed back, it doesn't animate. I think I need to learn more about how to do animations with this. And it only has like 0 to 2. I guess that's seconds. I don't know. Animation player. Is there anything on explode? No. That is very interesting that it was exploded when I opened it up. Let's close it. Well, I'm just going to try running this locally, see what it does. I don't think it's going to do anything. Yeah. You can see the ridges in the sphere, but it just isn't doing anything. Scene, open, enemy O1 explode. Now that's bizarre because like when I first imported it, it showed all the little pieces all over the place. But then when I pressed back on the animator, then it acted like it moved everything to the first frame. I don't know what this is. Like the animation player. Oh, wait a second. Maybe I have to have them selected. That would be dumb if that's the case. Stop. Be nice if I guess I can zoom in this way. Yeah, it looks like it only has 2 keyframes defined, but they're not even correct. There's a cell. Enable looping. Play. Wonder how I'd do just like a regular animation. Add child. Animation player. Animation player 2. See, I don't even remember how to do this properly. We add new animation. Then I want a piece. Go to 0. Now how do I add the keyframe? Rename. Plus. Add a new track. See, I don't know the difference between a normal track and a transform track. And how do I set the position? Plus. Enable editing of individual keys by clicking them. Key. Oops. You can see the piece right there. It's like one big egg. See, track tool. Oh, scale plus. I just want to add. Want to add a keyframe right here. Shift. Control. How do I add a keyframe? The green pluses don't do anything. So whenever I press the little pencil, it brings up key and transition. Add a key. How do I add a key? Now, I thought I did an animation before. What did I do an animation for? I did an animation for something. Was it the rotation? No. I programmatically rotated and I programmatically moved the jet. Oh, man. So I'm going to look up animation. There's my animation player. Click the edit. I didn't see an edit icon. Yeah, I don't have an edit icon. I'm gonna delete these. Animation player. I think this is a little bit older version, but it looks sort of the same. Explode anim. Click the edit icon. I guess it's this one. That's already clicked. So in the 2D view, lock rotation scale, but I'm in 3D. I don't have lock rotation and scale in 3D. So here's an animation. But I don't have those options in 3D. So maybe this isn't even possible to do in 3D. Yes, if I was working in 2D, I could just insert a key. Wait. Maybe I should just add a normal track. Add a key. Whoa, look at that. See, that plus wasn't working before. Transform. Oh, because I was using the other type of animation. What? It's like if you click the right side of the button, then it works. Good grief. Okay, let's try a new track. Transform track. Let's go to 0. Click the right side. See, this plus doesn't even work with this type of track. Oh, maybe I'm clicking on this thing. I don't know. So confusing. Wish I could zoom in on these controls. So on the blue type, I can click on the right side of the plus button. But on the red track, I can't click anywhere and get anything to pop up. Boy. Animated sprite. Is that a type? Maybe I need an animated object. Or maybe just 3D animation really doesn't work that great in this Godot engine. Unless you've already got your... Maybe it works okay with rigged models with bones. Animated sprite 3D. What is this? Autoplay on load. Edit target blend times. I wonder if I can re-import this. Enemy O1 explode. Import scene. Enemy one explode. Import the scene. Keep user animation tracks. Custom root node type. Okay, that's fine. See, it imports it exploded. And it imports an animation player with all of this stuff with animation data. But if you click on it, then it all snaps back to the original position. I don't understand that. It should animate as I'm moving that around. Play. Oh, default. Maybe that's what the problem is. I'd be amazed if that's what the problem is. Why does it go automatically to play stop? Default. Default. So it just plays and stops. Process mode fixed. I don't know. I'm kind of just like randomly picking options now. Active speed root. Whoa, what's that one? Yeah, so it has all the objects and it acts like they have keyframes. But I kind of expected them to have keyframes all throughout. Clips. Oh, maybe this is what I need. Explode. Oh, wait, whoa. Maybe this is what I need. 1 to 30. Important open. Look at that, it's exploded, but once I move, this all going to... Well, at least it calls it explode now. But it doesn't look like it's working. Nope. Should have gotten a bunch of little keyframes through here. Let me go back. Default. Yeah, you can see all the little keyframes in there that I added. That's exactly what I need right there. What's really interesting is if you open it up, a lot of these model formats are text-based. I don't know if DAEs are text-based or not. I know OBJ you can open with a text editor. I think FBX as well. Yeah, text-based. DAE. So there should be like a default take. Maybe that's what the problem is. Maybe I need to call it default. Library animations. Bezier. Wow. This is a lot of information. So here's the mesh information. Mesh 20. Mesh 19. Mesh 15. Wow, that's a lot. What is this window called? Timeline. So how is timeline different than animation? I want to end this at 30. So this is the F curve doohickey. So it creates an action for every one of those. one action. Yeah, look at that. So it's creating a keyframe for all those pieces. All these little pieces. And they're rotating too. At least it's capturing rotation data. So it looks like it's creating an action for every piece. Save. Oh, this. Look at that! It acts like it knows the animation data is there. Oh, or maybe it just captures whatever the current state is. Stop play. Like once you press play, it snaps them all back. Let's delete it one more time. Enemy 01 explode. I don't know what it does now. It's like it doesn't exist. Import scene. Enemy explode. I just don't know about this right here. Explode 1 to 30. If I need that. I was kind of expected. Well, it recognizes all the pieces. So what if I press play here without running the animation? So yeah, there it is, partially exploded. Explode. See, what I don't understand is how you're supposed to tie like sphere cell 1 to this sphere cell 1. Is there a way to do? Oh, there's a keyframe. Mesh 1. Oh, okay. There's a little key. Mesh. Oh, look at that. Look. Oh, look at that. That's odd. Can I put another key? Oh, so I guess that's how you key these things. Key. So I can manually make this stupid animation if I have to, but really don't want to. Oh, there's some animation. Okay, stop. Play. What? Go back to the beginning. Don't rewind, just go back to the beginning. Go back to the beginning. That's bizarre. Okay. It's weird. Continuous. Okay, let's get rid of this. How do I delete? Okay. But now it's all messed up. That's really interesting right there. Key. Why isn't there a way to go back to the beginning? Stop or back should take you, or this left arrow should take you back to 0. Not freaking rewind. That's very annoying. So let me get sphere cell. Put it at 0. Want to add a key. Those are geometry instance. Create. So there's mesh. We'll go to 1.4. We're going to move it down. Then insert a key. So let's go back to 0. Press play. It didn't do what I told it to do. Maybe I have to set it to continuous. Nope. Set a key. Why did it put a key in the middle? That's not what I told it to do. Oh, maybe I left that way out there. We're at 0. We're going to move sphere cell down. Add a key. But if you press play, then it snaps back. I don't even understand how these other two are moving now. Why is this little box highlighting whenever I click the key? Doesn't make any sense. Okay, I want to delete this. Okay, sphere cell. What happened to sphere cell 0? Okay, sphere cell 6. Sphere cell 6. I'm going to put it on 0. I'm going to click the key. Now I don't want a new. So maybe this is just garbage right here. Let's clear explode. But I still have all this mess down here. Animation player. This reminds me of the old days of Blender before Blender really worked on its user interface. So let's add new explode. Sphere cell 2. I don't know where that is. Let's just click once. Sphere cell 5. But I cannot actually key any of these. So maybe I should be... I guess I should be keying the transformer, not the stupid... Yeah, okay. So that would make more sense. Do I want to do it local or translation? So I don't understand the difference between local and translation. Because in Unity, you just have position, rotation, and scale. So I guess translation is position, but I don't know what local is. Yes. Okay, I think this may be what I need. Let's go to... Can only go to 1 second. That's fine. So I'll move this out. I want a key translation. Go back to 0. Oh, I saw some animation. Oh, there we go. Why doesn't it go back to the beginning when I press play? Can I hold shift, control? No. Oh, I need some more drink. I'll be right back. Yeah, so this really isn't what I wanted, but it's something. And I've been at this for 1 hour and 42 minutes, so I kind of want to wrap this up. So, what I'm going to do... This is going to look really messy, but it's something. I can declare a little bit of victory for getting something done. We'll close that. Going to delete the scene again. Import scene. I'm going to get the explosion. I think I'm just going to delete this. That's not working. I might have to play around with this later. Import and open. Okay. Animation player. Why does it do that? See, like here, you just press. Oh, because I messed it up. How did I mess it up? Whoa, look at that. That's crazy. How did I mess this up? Revert. I'm gonna be mad if the reverted version is messed up too. How did I mess this up? Good grief. It's probably one of these animation things. I wonder if I can just like clear all animations on this. It's like you can't even click on the animation. Oh, man. Okay, let me grab this. G. How did that get messed up like this? What? What? I don't know how I messed that up. Tempted to just do the whole thing over again. File, save as. Enemy O1 explode. Save. Go into default. Do in textured solid. Where's shading? Okay, that's fine. Where's shadeless? Texture. Oh, okay. That is so bizarre. So there's texture, which you can make shadeless. Don't want rendered. And then there's material, which has its own settings. And there's texture. That's the one with shadeless. And solid. That has texture solid. So that's really confusing. So there's two ways you can view a texture on your object in the default edit mode. You can either go to texture, which is going to be very dark unless you check shadeless. You might be able to see. Let's try ambient occlusion. Increase the strength. See, that doesn't even do anything. Distance, attenuation, samples. So the easiest way I always do it is just go to textured and click shadeless. You're not getting any of the shading details, but you can see everything really easily. But then you can go to solid. Then under shading, you can click textured solid. The ambient occlusion isn't doing anything. You can do GLSL or multi-texture. So I don't know. I'm going to run through this again. Okay, so with the whole thing selected, I can go ahead and get rid of the camera, the light. Select this guy. Tools, cell fracture, 20. Now, I wish there was a mesh data, material, margin. I think there's something about this material where I can maybe like specify a second material that would be the inside. Match data, split islands, smooth faces, cursor shatter. Yeah, I don't know. I think there's something to this mesh data settings to fix the texture mapping on the inside. So yeah, getting pretty good at this. Going to delete this guy, get to the second layer, select all that, do an M, move it to the first layer. Now he's on the first layer. So we're going to select one, go to physics, add active, go to physics, pull this out a little bit, click collision margin, set this to 0.2. So that's 0.2. The rest of them have nothing. Now what if so I'm going to click all. I can't do copy from active though. All. What? So copy from active only works for the when you click one, then press AA. For unselect, then reselect. Somehow it still knows that that's the active one. Because if you click any of these, you're not going to have any physics information. Except for the one that you originally clicked and clicked add active. So that's just a weird Blender thing, I guess. I'm going to do an AA, copy from active. Now they all have physics data over here. So now if I press play, it's going to explode. Can I? Yeah, it'll explode like that. So the animation's working pretty well. So I'm going to set the end at like 30. File, save. So now I have a clean cell fracture animation. Thanks everyone for watching. Looks like we got 2 or 3 people watching at 2:30 in the morning. So yeah, I'm trying to wrap this up. I'm getting kind of tired. And maybe come back to this weekend. But yeah, got 2 game jams coming up. The GM48 Game Maker Game Jam. But that's a week from this weekend. Then Ludum Dare at the end of July. Okay, so I got my animation. I'll go ahead and leave this open. So I didn't do any of that weird baking and all that I was playing around with. So I'm going to delete enemy O1 explode. I wonder what happens if I press play here, because it doesn't exist anymore. Somehow it still knows. So I've closed that. Did it create a new one? No. Import. So yeah, like I was saying earlier, very important to import. Oh, that's one thing I didn't do. I didn't import it as a collada or export it as collada. I think I wanted to see if I can pack the mesh as well, or the texture. So I got all the pieces. Image, pack image. Pack as PNG. I don't know if that does anything. Sometimes it seems like it automatically pulls in the image if you have that selected. Sometimes it acts like it doesn't work. So I don't know. But yeah, there's my texture map. So the weird thing is like in Blender, all these pieces are white. Which I could probably go like into face mode. And unwrap. Or actually, that could be something I could do. Well, I don't know. You have to pick the ones that are on the side. Then I can go in and assign these a different texture, which by default, I think it just uses the default texture, whatever's in material slot 1. So that's why you get all the weird mapping on these centerpieces. So I'll have to look at some of those other options on the cell fracture. I wish there was a way where you just say, okay, give me all faces that weren't a part of the original mesh. Then I want to unwrap all those just onto one new image or something, one new material. Okay, I'm not worried about that, but I did pack in the PNG, which I don't know if that'll do anything. So I'm going to export collada. I'm going to change the name of this. Can I delete this? Yeah. Enemy explode. New. Just so I know I'm using a new file. It's not got anything weird cached. So I don't think I need to apply anything here. So I'm going to export collada. Give me, so there's my explode one new. Open that. I'm not going to worry about the clip data, which I could. I don't know. Looks like this remembered my old setting, old PNG setting. Import and open. Oh. So I want to import this into scenes. Import and open. So yeah, there it is. Wow, look at that. It acts like it didn't even get those inside pieces. That's crazy. Animation. I bet once I press play. Oh, it didn't even make an animation for it. That's interesting. Wow. So it seems like I was saying earlier, when I didn't pack in the images, seems like it was retaining information from previous imports. So yeah, I think I can just go into the mesh, material, new fixed material, edit, diffuse, load, models, texture enemy. It's still not. Wow, that's kind of amazing that it's not getting those inner pieces. That must be because I put, when I did that import, it had an option about another material that I put on a different layer. That is very interesting. Okay, I can handle this. I think I may have learned something here. So there's material 0. Can I add another material? New fixed material. No, that's not what I wanted. Go back. Material 0. Well, if there's material 0, it looks like I should be able to add a new material. Why can I have more than one material? Diffuse. Hold on. There's layers. Material 0. I can't have more than one material? It says material 0 right there. Make unique. Clear copy. If I do a new, it just overwrites that one. Make unique. New. Clear. I can't have multiple materials. Load. New. Edit. Diffuse. Load. Texture. It seems like I should be able to add multiple materials here. I know you can in Blender. I'm just wondering if it's like requires knowing the magic key. Like, is it a plus or a plus on the keypad or a control plus or something like that. Fixed material. I wonder if I need to like put a fixed material over here. then drag it over. No, that doesn't work. Just like in Unity, you can't have a material as a game object. Here you can't have a material as a node. But why does it allow me to apply more than one material to my... Because I know I've done that quite a few times for games. Like if I want to have one material for clothing, then one material for skin on the same mesh. Okay, and that's the other bad thing about this Godot. There's not a lot of documentation, not a lot of Q&A. So, and then the other annoying thing about this is like when you type Godot, it brings up a bunch of stuff about the novel, the 18th century novel or something. So Godot, multiple textures. Ah, there we go. Developers forums. Maybe this is where I need to be, is developers forums, and maybe I'll learn some stuff. Oh, they're talking about really old stuff. Voodoo cards, man. That's really old. No, I don't care about all this. I just want to know how you put multiple textures on a mesh. Oh, here we go. This is what I need. Of course, nobody answered it. 22 days ago. See right there, he has two materials on the mesh. Inspector. Material. How did he get a second material? What did I click here? Material. I don't... How do I add another material? See, I have a mesh instance. Oh, not that. He has a mesh, not a mesh instance. There's a mesh. Mesh material. New material. Load. No. New fixed material. Edit. Diffuse, load, texture. So it's this piece right here. Okay, sphere cell, mesh, edit, material. See, why can't I have more than one material? Go back in Blender. Because I think when I did the import, default, I'll just pick a piece. Tools, cell fracture. Then it has this mesh data, material index for interior faces. That's kind of like what I want to play with. I didn't want to do that. So material index is 1 for internal faces. I could go ahead and go into GIMP. And create an internal texture. File, open recent. Where's my history at? Oh, come on. There he is. That's not even the one that I want. Enemy. Texture enemy. Oh, come on. Open. No, now I gotta go dig for it. Oh, come on. Come on. Oh, gotta remember to put it in models. Texture enemy 01. So I want the insides. Let's grab this color. Edit. Fill with foreground. Let's do green to white. That's fine. Or no, I want something different than white. Let's get this weird green here. We're gonna do like a dark green. Select. Vibrance. Turn that down. Let's just do a standard gradient. File, export as, texture enemy, internal. Export. So at least it should be smooth, however it unwraps it. It isn't. I don't know. It could do some weird unwrapping stuff. This is where it even gets weirder. It's like I don't have any textures defined or materials defined for this. So it's like when you define a material over here, it only gets applied when you go into render mode. It's really confusing. Like, what if I just want to change the texture in this mode? I guess you can do it in UV editing. But it seems like there should be a place where you have the those texture slots defined. So it's like if I select all the faces for this one. If I just select these, it's going to be on this empty UV layout. Because these faces aren't defined, aren't associated with the texture yet. It'd be nice if I could say, oh, select all faces that aren't assigned to a texture for all objects. That would be a cool option. It's like a lot of these options I don't even know what it means. Like willed and align. What in the world? Reveal hidden. Pack islands. I know a little bit about islands. Haven't worked with them too much. Yeah, so that's the only real way that you can associate these faces to a texture. So now I'm in edit mode, and if I want to select a different piece, I gotta come over here. Yeah, so this is why you see like bits and pieces of the face on the inside, is because of how it unwraps these internal pieces. I don't know a good solution for that yet. Collada. I wish I could assign. Wait, mesh. Yeah, these don't even have the texture assigned. Wish I could do multiples. Yeah, but it's still not getting the internals. How do I add a new material? Maybe I need to pull this out. Copy. It just overwrites the one that's there. There's got to be somewhere like in Unity where you specify the numbers of materials. Like in Unity, you just like click on this and you put two materials. Material override. I don't understand why it has two different places to assign materials. I guess it's because it's geometry instance, then mesh instance. I really wish I could have multiple materials. Don't know how you do that in here. Make unique. Otherwise, I'm going to have to do this export all over again, which I really don't want to have to do. Whoa. Default. Boy, this is becoming a bigger headache than I expected. Got all the pieces. Add a new material. Add a texture, new texture. Texture is going to be an image. And the image is going to be... No, I want to open texture enemy 01. Mapping is going to be UV map. Do an F12. Oh, I don't have a camera. Gotta create a camera. Okay. I need a light too. Oh, it only did one face. Can you believe that? Oh my goodness. This is such a headache. I don't want to have to apply every single face. I think I just need to import this guy again. Wow. I'm getting practice on this at least. File. Default. Texture. Let's turn off shading. File, save as, explode, save. Tools, cell fracture. So I'm going to leave material to 0. Set this to 20. Okay. Delete. Select all. M. Go over. Set the N to 30. Play. Oh, I didn't do the physics yet. So select a piece. Physics. Add active. Pull this over. Physics. Collision margin. 0.2. Select all. Copy from active. Now it should explode. Okay, file, save, enemy explode, file, export, collada, enemy explode, new. Let's call this explode 2. Export. So let's delete the scene again. New. Close this. Yes. Import scene. Now we want enemy explode 2. Import and open. Scenes. Import and open. So now I want to get all of the pieces. Go to material, new fixed material, edit, diffuse, load, texture. So now you see the internals. Because I have the internal faces on the same material as the external facing faces. But when I assign the internal faces to 1, texture slot 1, then you couldn't see them because I can't assign a second material to this. So the problem is animation player, It didn't even store any animations now, so. On. Reconnected, yay. 1 second. So I got all these. Then I'm going to go to translation. Where's my keys? I don't have my key. What's going on? Before I had keys for all these. But now I don't. Oh, maybe I gotta click that. Enable editing? Nope, no keys. Oh, there's the keys. I guess you gotta click off and click on or something. So 0. No, I lost my keys again. Don't tell me I gotta do these one at a time. Well, that's kind of what I was gonna do, but I kind of like to have... I can't do multiple keys. No. This would take forever to animate. I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. Then just make it fade out or something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not... I thought I could like individually pick some of these and pull them out. Animate them that way. But I'm not like defining an initial position for every one of these. That would be insane. Okay, I think I'm just going to use this and declare it complete. Come back to this later. Or maybe try it in Unity. I don't think this Godot is really worth all the trouble. Until they get it more robust. Scene, save scene. Okay, so what I want to do now, which this isn't going to look great, but it's something. Scene, open. I need to get rid of explode 1. Game. 3D. Actually, scene. Open. Enemy 01. I should have some code. So when this guy dies, do destroy. Node path if it has node path. World game. If it has node. I want to load a resource. Where's that resource loading code? Explosion node gets. There's like a load resource that I use for loading the level data. There we go. Resource loader. Load. So enemy 01. Explosion node gets resource loader scenes. Scene open. Enemy 01 explode 2. Okay, just leave that up there. Enemy 01 explode 2.scn. I still don't know what the difference between SCN and TSCN is. I have no idea. So now I need to put the explosion node on the world node. Or maybe I just do node path dot add node. Add child. Add. Oh, how do I do that? Missile select. Get tree, get root, add child. Well. Get root. Add child. Current scene. Let's just try add child. Node path. Oh no, not node path. Well yeah. Has node. Oh, I didn't do get node. Call this world game node. World game node dot add child. Explosion node. Okay, game. Play. Oh no. Yeah, it's not instantiating. I think I know what the problem is. Scenes. Enemy. ENEMOI. Explode. 2.scn. World game node. Node path root world game. I can't add an explosion. Explosion node. Oh, maybe I need to call that instantiate. Yeah, instance. Can I just add instance? Yay! But it needs to use the position of the enemy. T gets get transform. Explosion. No dot set transform T. Is there like an apply or something? Apply transform. PLOS. Yeah, so it isn't great, but it's kind of something. So I don't need to put it. Yeah, so I really don't like putting a script in here. But I guess I'm gonna do it. So after 2 seconds, Q free, I'm going to delete it. Otherwise, we're going to translate. Vector 3. 0, 0. 0.1 times delta. Maybe 0.5 times delta. Oh, I don't want that scene. I'll need to change the distance too, because that's like way too far. That's like flying to Australia or something. Oh, I can see it. Yeah, I wish I could get that animation data. It'd look really cool. I wish I could assign multiple textures too. That actually doesn't look too bad. You can kind of see the 3D-ness of the shapes. That needs some more lightness in it. But I need to keep the level of contrast. It's got good contrast between the little rivets and the color. Okay, I'm gonna do the other one really quick. File, open, Enemy02, default, file, save as, Enemy02, explode, save, go to texture view, go to shadeless, go to object mode, tools, cell fracture, 20 pieces, okay, delete this, go to the second layer, select all, move to the first layer, go to physics, select a piece, pull up the physics settings, wait, add active, collision margin, 0.2, okay, select all, copy from active, oops, put the end at 30, play. So we're going to move this up to about right here. That's an interesting pattern. Okay, that's fine. File, save, file, export as Collada, Enemy2, explode, DAE, looks good, export. Go back over to Argudo. So we're going to import a scene. We're going to import Enemy02, explode. Use the same settings. PNG looks good. Root node name, Enemy2, explode. Import and open. I think I can use just like the same script, can't I? I don't need a camera. I want to attach a script. Can I attach an existing script? Enemy01, GD. I don't know. I guess I should have its own. Create. Enemy01 explode. Gonna copy all this. Enemy2 explode. I think Enemy2 is a little bit faster anyway. Yeah, he's 5. So let's keep the speed the same. Play. No. Let's go back to game. Oh no! Oh, I didn't have the spawning code. So I need to grab this. Go to enemy 02. And before Q free, paste this, but we want to do enemy 02 explode. I think that should be it. Game play. Oh no. Oh, it's got the light. Look at that. Well, that's interesting that it can pull a blender light into the scene. Oh, and it doesn't have the, yeah, so I need to fix this up. Come on. 3D. No, not this one. Get rid of that. Enemy 2. Let's get rid of the camera. Yes. Let's get rid of the lamp. Yes. So now we want to select everything. Then go over to mesh. Or material override. I thought there was an additional setting there. Yeah, there we go, material. So I grabbed something that wasn't a mesh. What is not a mesh? Oh, this one. What is this? 15. Why is that in there? Delete. That's kind of weird that it had 21 pieces anyway. Oh, man. Why has it got these extra pieces that aren't? That's weird. They had like 2 of them that weren't. Well, maybe another one. Wow. So anything that doesn't have an actual picture of a mesh needs to be deleted. I didn't have that problem last time. Okay. Okay, here we go. New material. Edit. Diffuse. Load. Here's the picture. Okay, there's the exploded guy. No, not this scene. Oh, it went straight through those 2 guys. Can't believe that. I think they should fall a little bit too. minus 5 times delta. Oh no, not the enemy explode. One game. Come on. That looks good. Okay, I need to fix the distance. Well, here's where I'm doing the distance times 1,000. Var km per second gets. How far do we want to go? How fast does a jet travel? How fast is F-14 Tomcat? Maybe a speed. Mach 2.2. Mach 2.22. Was it 2 miles per hour? 1687 km. Kilometers an hour. 2716. Kilometers per second. So Mach 2.2 is 0.75 kilometers per second. Point 7.46. Wow, that's going to make it a lot shorter. So that's going to make it less than 60 kilometers. Where are the enemies? I must have an error. Oh, I know why. Because it doesn't spawn enemies after a certain point. Distance is greater than 4. I think I want to have decimal points. Okay. Okay. I think that's good. What does it start out as? How far is 44 kilometers? 27 miles. It's like a marathon. Okay, export, Windows, export, build, Sky Combat EXE, okay. Okay. I should do Mac and Linux too. Mac. It doesn't do a app. Sky Combat. Okay. Oh, creating an app. This is a lot more efficient than Unity. I give it credit for that. Unity's like, oh, you got to change the platform, and we got to wait for everything to re-import, and da 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 da. Wow, 3 hours. I feel like I didn't even get anything done. I learned a little bit, and I've kind of gotten a little bit more practice with the self-fracture, but kind of felt like it was a failure not getting the animation imported. Okay, I think all this is good. Save all. Go ahead and doubly save all. Quit. And close this. Need to update my script. Butler. OS X. Linux. Save. Wow, I'm really pushing stuff up now. Got a commit going while I'm pushing the games up to itch.io using Butler. Three hours exactly. Yeah, I definitely wouldn't recommend this Godot for game jams. Unless you're doing something very simple, but don't expect to get animations and stuff like that working easily. Maybe 2D animations, but 3D animations, forget it. I don't know why it doesn't detect those animations that I made. I guess I have to individually animate each of those objects on the model, each piece. But I thought that's what I did when I selected that thing that supposedly put keyframes in for each of the pieces. But maybe I'm supposed to have like bones for each piece, which, yeah. I'm not doing that tonight. I'm not animating 20 different pieces. If anything else, I can like make 4 pieces, then animate 4 pieces by hand. Also need like some little flame pulse or something. Like an explosion. Okay. Pushed it up to itch.io, got it committed, so I think I'm done for tonight. I'll probably go up there and write an update to the devlog on itch.io. But anyway, hopefully I'll be back sometime tomorrow or next few days to maybe work on this or some other games. Thanks everyone for watching.